All right. All right. All right. We're
Phil
back.
was in the back. Like, what the fuck was that?
Huh?
Nah, I said Phil was in the back. Like, what the fuck was that?
He's used to it by now. But welcome,
So
everyone.
is he like? We got like back dancers now, background dancers.
What's that? Sorry?
Like Phil I said we pretty much got like a background dancer and Phil. You know,
No,
just
you know
full
what Phil
backup.
is? You know the guy on the laptop with the information? Like, so if we need like a
Jamie.
quick, like,
Hey Jamie, can you pull us up?
yeah, Jamie, yeah, Phil, can you pull us up the tweets
Yeah.
from last year? What Kanye said?
Yeah.
What's that have to do with
Yeah.
football? Look, if you actually can see, there's a deeping meaning here of why he hates Darwizzy. But anyway, look, it's good to be back. All three of us, all three of us are here. It's a rare occasion, as you can see. But good to see you, lads. Good to see you. Some of us are happy, some of us aren't. Some of us are undefeated in Europe. Some of us are still in Europe. And I can't believe the team that's 14th is still in Europe. But hey, look, a better way to go is take it away with the European holders, the one that are leading the way, that's leading the charge for the 5th place for next season, Man United.
There's Tottenham and Arsenal and Chelsea and the other one, but
well, hey, let's face it, they got no chance.
who? Tottenham.
All the teams you just named:
Arsenal.
Tottenham,
Chelsea
Arsenal.
probably will win.
Maybe, yeah, okay.
Chelsea need to win it. Like if they don't,
Yeah, we were actually saying it last week.
But I literally have never heard of 75% of the teams in there. So.
No, we were saying if Chelsea's to lose that competition. But anyway, it's not about Chelsea. It's not about the conference. It's about the next big competition. I'm not gonna lie, that theme music is so much better than the champion. I'll be honest. I'm like,
no way, bro. The Champions League one just. But yeah, the Champions League sounds, bro. Fuck. Yeah.
But anyway, so you might be there next season if you keep continuing. But no, look, jokes aside, take it away.
So yeah, we had our home fixture this morning against Sociedad. I came away with 4-1 winners. Look, the start wasn't very well. We didn't start well, I mean. It gave away an easy penalty. Delit came from the backs of their striker, got a penalty. 1-0 down within like 8-9 minutes. But luckily, we pegged one back about 10 minutes later, got our penalty. Literally exactly the same. It looked exactly the same, like penalty that we got. Took out Hoyland from behind. Then we got back in the game 1-1. And really after that, bro, I felt like when the whole thing I was watching, the first half was a bit frustrating. We did give the ball away a lot. Just doing stupid things, especially Onana, bro. He was just, every time he got like a goal kick, he was just kicking it straight to them. Terrible kickouts. But that's probably only a negative that I can really say about the game.
No.
Was the first probably 30 minutes. After that, I think we took control of the game finally. It's good to see.
What's this against Real Sociedad?
Yeah. The second half, bro, was especially good.
Zubimendi, what?
Yeah, he was fucking... The whole team did terrible, though, so I'm not going to really, like, just give him shit. I was going to give him shit, but the whole team was playing terrible. Ended up getting another penalty. The second one was a bit iffy. Like, I don't know if you've seen it. Be given, can't be given. You've seen them be given, like, I mean...
for you.
Dogu. Yeah, the second one. Dogu sort of got the ball, but the defender stood still and he sort of ran into him, but it looked like you can see why he gave the penalty, but yeah, we got 2-1 up.
Didn't that I might butcher his name here, that Dogu, didn't he say like no pen?
That was the third one. We got 3 penalties.
Oh, that was a third incident. Okay.
Yeah, we got 3 penalties.
How many penalties in this game? Jesus Christ.
4, if you count the one that didn't count. But like I said, the first 2 clear penalties, they came from behind, like back of the striker, both of them. Second one was a bit iffy, and then that third one, obviously, he did get the ball. It was a good slide tackle. That's why Dogu sort of said to the ref, like, "No, it's not a penalty. He got the ball." Then, sort of in the last 20 minutes, I think we really took control of the game. They really had no chance, and we ended up getting a third and fourth at the end. Finally, beating a Spanish team was good to see in Europe, because usually we get knocked out by them. But we got Leon next. So, we got a French team now.
Another French team. French masterclass. Looks like they might get the fifth spot.
Even first, we can even talk about the Premier League. I think we had a draw against Arsenal at the start of the week, which mostly solidified. Yeah, use of one, bro. Fuck, especially after that draw, we could have easily won that game too.
Not gonna lie. I was disgusted at myself at how much I celebrated that goal. I was up. And then after,
it definitely solidified you having a trophy now, like the Premier League now.
Yeah.
You feel dirty, but it's like you get it. I get it. You feel dirty doing it. Like any rival team, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like it's for your sake, but it's still like I wish it wasn't them that had to do
way
it.
too far behind the catches. But it ended up 1-1. Easily could have been 3-1. Like right at the end, 2-1. We could have scored. Raya did some good saves.
Well, I reckon he had 3 good chances, to be honest.
Yeah, he did actually.
Yeah.
He actually did.
Like it was actually like, and I'm not even like trying to banter Arsenal, like my stance.
And again,
like you could have won this game easily, and it's not even like a joke. Yeah.
And again, that's got to be, I think, that's probably the most annoying thing for a lot of Man United fans as well.
Yeah, man. Finally, and this was the only good thing that we could take out of the week.
Against, like, they took points off us this season. Have they taken points off City?
Yeah, we beat them.
Beat City, drew with Arsenal, arguably should have beat them. Like, he's have gone and, they've
beaten Arsenal as well, which is hilarious in the FA Cup.
3 out of the top 4 teams. So
I mean, it was penalties, but still, they beat them. That's crazy.
It doesn't matter. Like, we just lost on penalties and we swear out, and the other team's in. So obviously that means that they win the game.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not discrediting. I'm not discrediting it, but I'm just saying they beat teams that they shouldn't. You think they wouldn't have done, but they have. You know what I mean?
Like even with Sociedad, like I would have thought that they would have struggled massively.
Yeah, I thought we were easily going to struggle. Especially
to be honest, I thought that, but I'm not trying to like hindsight I saw this, but like I thought that, but from the first leg, I didn't see much from Sociedad. You know what I mean? And that was their home
first leg, though.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like you could play that because you were the away team, you were just being like conservative, whatever. But they seem to do the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. They weren't playing.
That's why they're like 8th, 9th in the league because I didn't like.
Yeah. They didn't really impress me in that game. Like getting me wrong, I didn't watch it or anything. I just saw the main highlights. But I was like if anything, you just had more highlights.
Really do anything.
You know what I mean? Like you had more possessions. Yeah,
180 minutes. Got a lucky. Oh, not a lucky penalty. It was a penalty, but yeah. But yeah, we could have easily won that Arsenal game.
And on the Men United news, what do you think of the stadium?
Gonna have to accept it, ain't I? It does look good, but could be better, I reckon. Still, it's 100K capacity. Everyone says it looks like a circus, but we'll see when it's done. It might look hectic.
In those photos, admittedly, in those photos, it does look like a circus, but I know what they're doing. They're gonna make it like that meshy cage. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna kind of look like how Real Madrid has that.
Yeah, but it's all that's all glass and it's all enclosed. So they're gonna have restaurants and it's like a whole. It's like
it's gonna be like a street
it's like a
as well.
Bro.
It's like a little mini, it's gonna be like a little mini, not a city.
It's like a hub, like a hub. It's like a little, its own hub, restaurants, live bands, pubs, and shit like that.
It's gonna
be massive. That's what you should be investing in. Is that what? Is that like?
Look, I reckon.
Well,
I'm just gonna.
Stadium's going down.
The stadium's falling down, and I reckon. Yeah, like it's obviously the team needs investment, but.
They've already said as well it's going to cost more to fix the stadium with that. Then they should just build a whole new one. So
But I feel like then you might be in the situation where, like, again, I'm not even trying to banter you or anything, but you'll be in that situation where
More of it.
Arsenal was in. No, where Arsenal. You remember when Arsenal got their new
oh
stadium?
yeah,
It took them
yeah,
a while
and they
to
just
get
stopped
back.
winning everything.
Yeah, they stopped winning. Like they were like,
But
and
already
again, I
not
know,
winning much anyway.
yeah, I understand that, but like that might deter you. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you're, let's say you have a season where you pull together, you do shit, like you get the right signings in or whatever. But you know, what I mean, this can't happen now because all this investment is going into the stadium. Look, I'm not fully against it, but I just feel like where you are right now, I feel like you should focus about getting
Yeah, we
back where
shouldn't be worrying
United.
about a stadium. Yeah, I get what
Yeah,
everyone's
you should
saying.
be like, yeah. That's in my
We
opinion.
should be
Again,
worrying
I'm not
about
even
the
like
team
bantering
first,
the
getting
stadium.
back to
Ugh.
where we're supposed to
I
be, and
think-
then start building the stadium.
I
But
think,
if everyone's going to
like-
keep giving us shit about the stadium, might as well hurry up and quickly build one so everyone can shut the fuck up.
but
I'm gonna miss the Rats. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna miss the Rats. So
But yeah, about the performances, it probably is our first time that we've had 2 back-to-back decent performances, like you were saying. It is good to finally see.
Bruno
Two-
popping off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
decent
well, that's what I was
performances. I'm
even
not
saying.
gonna great, but
I actually wasn't even being a smart ass. I was just
Yeah, I
being a bit
know.
curious.
Oh,
Yeah, like fuck. Without him,
Would it be in
I'd
the
give this saying
relegation,
like
probably.
you should be down there like battling, man. Like there'd be a lot more
There's no
nerves
one
going
at the
around.
moment. Ever since Ahmed got injured, it's just been Bruno doing mostly everything now. Garnacho can't finish or even set up someone. It's just terrible
and
decision making.
Hoyland's disappointing as well.
Getting good. Hoyland's terrible at
Hoyland's
finishing, but he had a good game today. He was fucking fighting a lot. He just couldn't finish. He did a nice little back that he just missed, but yeah, he needs to get
Like
his
the whole
finishing
Nunes
boots.
scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, he is.
It's
But even
Nunes.
worse.
It's Nunes. Yeah, like the Nunes scores more than he does, but it's still just not enough. Anyways.
Yeah. Probably best performance I've seen actually in a while from him today. But yeah, we move on to Leon. Then we have who do we have this week? We got Leicester. We got Leicester away.
I feel like you've versed Leicester like 7 times this week.
We've
7
versed them
times
in
this
nearly
week. I
every
swear to
single
God.
competition.
Yeah.
There we go. Like honestly, you've versed them so many
Actually
times.
have.
I swear. That's insanity.
Yeah, it's
Oh
going
my
to be the
God.
last time. Another Van Nistelrooy meeting. Probably going to definitely finish him off if we win this one because they're not. And then the relegation, yeah, they are. Yeah, they're definitely not coming up.
They're gone. No, they're gone.
Yeah. So this is definitely
they're
going to be.
second last, bro. They're finished.
It's going to be sad to see him go down, but we're definitely going to have to try to win this game.
You can't be coming into 2025 with Jamie Vardy up top thinking
Yeah.
he's going to do well.
They
need to
play that Patson Daku, whatever his name is, guy. But even then, he's not doing that well.
When they signed him, we were looking at him. Like Klopp was looking at him. I remember when he went there, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, he was going off that season.
Yeah.
We were mentioning this last week, me and Sol. The teams that have recently been coming up have been very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing.
Oh yeah,
100%. They're not doing what, like, for example,
it's weird. It's weird because in the Premier League, I feel like as much as the top teams this year have fallen off in general over the last few years, the gap is closing between the top 6 teams and the middle clubs, like your Brightons, your Villas, Bournemouth, even this year, Forest. That middle class of club in the Premier League now is getting better. And the teams that are lower aren't any better.
But no, you say that, but
So
half those teams you mentioned have come from the Championship. Bournemouth came from the Championship. Brighton came from the Championship. You know what I mean? Like
I'm not saying that. No, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the middle class of like like they come up. And Brighton have been in the Premier League for how many years now? They've been but
that's what I mean.
Middle table team for at least 6 years.
Yeah. But this is what I'm trying to get at. Like, why didn't people follow the same mold? The same mold as Brighton did, like not sell their main players. Like
I said, I feel like back then 6-7 years ago when they entered the Premier League, that
They weren't great as well. Do you remember? They were like relegation fodder and shit.
But the
Like
middle class of club wasn't as good as what it is now. So when they would play like a Bournemouth like a Brighton would pay like a West Ham or something, or like it wasn't, the gap wasn't as big, so they would get more points, so their chances of staying up were higher. Whereas I feel like now, the middle teams that the lower, like the relegation or the teams that just got promoted would come up and face, besides the top 6 teams. I feel like they might get points here or there. Whereas now, like Southampton go to
I'd
Villa,
argue
they
it's not
hammered,
even,
bro.
yeah, you know what?
Southampton
To
go
reiterate what you're
Bournemouth, they get
saying,
hammered.
what you're saying, I feel like it's not even like, all right, there is a traditional like top 6, but I feel like it's not even a top 6 anymore. Do you get what I mean? Like there's a lot of good teams in and about. To be honest,
especially, like,
you know what I mean? Like it's like you got the Newcastles, you got the Villas, you know what I mean?
I reckon in the last 5-6 years, it's pretty much, or last 5 years, it's pretty much just been a top 3 really. Like there's been Liverpool, City, Arsenal, they're the ones really battling for the Premier League. And then there's the other, like there's still a top 5 or 6, but I still feel
But that top 5, 6
like,
not always reassured. It's always like switching up. You get what I mean? Like yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by it's not. There's no, back then when we used to grow up, you had the certified top 4 no matter what.
Now, like,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like Fulham's giving a run for money. Like like if they won their game last week, they were only 1 point away from us, which is insane. You know, to say that, like Fulham are in the Champions League spot.
On like a 13 game unbeaten streak, bro.
Wolves are pretty terrible.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. There is still shit teams in the Premier League. Wolves are shit.
Everton until they got Moyes.
Yeah, like Everton 100% next year. Everton they'll be a lot better next year.
Yeah, I feel like as well. Like new stadium bounce as well, maybe.
New stadium, Moisey.
Yeah, well, look. Speaking of Premier League, I was the only Premier League representative. Oh, I mean, we were, but I guess I'm the only Premier League representative this week because, like I said, I wasn't invited to this weird Euro trip. And anyway, I heard some people got kicked out of this weird Euro trip anyway. So, but anyway, we'll get back to it. Look, City versus Forest. Not much to say besides it was a top 4 battle. And only one team showed up. Only one team showed up. And it wasn't us. No, you know what? One team showed up. It was us. And the fuck thing is that Nottingham Forest didn't even have to do anything. They didn't even have to come out of second gear to win that game. They just sat back, let us do what we thought we were going to do, pass side to side, try to break them down, not give it to Haaland, frustrating as fuck. And then they just one long ball from their left back, right back, whoever it was. I think it was Aina as well. Just bombs it to the. Oh no, it was Morgan Gibbs White. Just bombs it to the right side. And then Hudson-Odoi just literally just walks it in. And
same thing against us, bro. Exactly the same thing against us. We battered at Anfield. It was a way more like we had heaps of shots. The keeper was saving ridiculous amounts of stuff. Then bang, one long ball to Alenga, bang, Alenga onto Hudson-Odoi, and Hudson-Odoi cut in, bang, one goal. You're like,
but and you know the fuck thing is there wasn't even like it was a great shot. It was on Edison's near side. Like I don't know if you saw the goal.
The one against us was a screamer.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it wasn't even like it was a great. Like that's what I'm pissed off about. It wasn't like. And the screwed thing was, it was like before that, maybe 5 minutes before that, Edison did one of the greatest saves I've ever seen in the probably up contention for saves of the season, against Hudson-Odoi. You know what I mean? Which he probably shouldn't have saved, and he did. Like it was through defenders. Like he couldn't have seen. He saw it last minute. You know, one of those last minute where they get on the floor and just save it. It was beautiful. And then he goes and does that like this bozo gene. But anyway, I'm not like I said. I'll admit that like. We did not do enough, and that's the same old story it's been all season, and hence why we're 4th or 5th at the moment. You know what I mean?
Fifth at the moment. Yeah, I was about to say
exactly.
That.
Yeah, because Chelsea won. Chelsea. Exactly. So, and hence why this situation we've been. And look, again, we can blame the injuries, we can blame this, but it all comes to like we're shooting ourselves in the foot. These can be avoided. These scenarios, but they're not. And look, I'm not saying Pep out or anything, but like it's like a bit of stubbornness. Yeah.
I just feel like
what were you saying?
Yeah, I feel like at the moment, like you can say injuries and stuff, but ultimately you still got plenty of quality players on the
No,
field.
no,
That
dude. If you've watched the games
like
we've lost, no, not even about quality. Watch the games we've lost. It's not even like where like the teams are cutting us up, and there have been games like that. Don't get me wrong, but most games we do lose, it's literally we're shooting ourselves in the foot, and that's like the bread and butter of our season this season, which is it's screwed up to say. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's like I said to you before, we'd do something like attack their goal, do this, put pressure on them, but we're not actually doing it. We're not actually putting that pressure on them. We're not doing it.
And also, kind of when you look at it, the players you have bought like into replace like the likes of Mahrez and stuff like that, you haven't really.
Bro, another thing about this is what this is what I was gonna say before. Look, I'm not like against Pep or anything. I've told you my stance on Pep. If he got us into relegation, I'd still be Pep in. But it comes a time where it's like, bro, stop being so stubborn, right? We've got, like, I think I said to you how excited I was about Savinho, and I think the season before we have Doku because I was like, finally we have two fast wingers who are just gonna cross it into Haaland, right? We don't do that. Why? How much
He
time?
does not get
even
no service, and that's your problem.
Bro. All right, even the game against
It's
Liverpool,
like my Haaland problem.
much
He gets
time
no
did,
service too, but like obviously
yeah,
it's completely different.
yeah, and bro, and we've got arguably one of the best strikers, if not the best striker in the world. Just
You
feed
can
him
see
the
he's
ball.
getting
He'll make something.
frustrated, eh?
Bro, he is. You watch that Forest game, bro. You could see him. And like you could tell, like because Pep's yelling at like Foden or Savinho as soon as they try to cut in or do something, he's yelling. You could see him. He's like losing his mind. Like Pep is like scratching his head. Make sure that they pass back and do the side to side or whatever. And again, it's like, look, when we had the great players that weren't injured or whatever that could do the great passes and can cut through the the defense, that's fine. But we don't have like De Bruyne ain't that guy anymore. Rodri doesn't come from the midfield and pass it into Phil, where Phil can do that little spin move he does, and you know what I mean? Like, so at the end of the day, like Mamouche is just fitting in. Like, he's got his hat trick, he's all right. You know what I mean? Like, he's got more goals than like
his hat trick, he's all right.
I mean, he's got more goals than certain strikers in your club, so calm down. You know what I mean? So,
I'm just asking, hey, it's your
He's been
segment,
only there
not
for a
mine. Don't
few
bring my
days,
club
so,
into this. Well, I'm asking
no,
what's
well,
happening
don't
with
bring
Mamouche.
Yeah, well, don't bring my.
Why are you always gonna both of you?
Don't say
Every
like,
single time I ask a question, just go straight to my club. I'm just
because
asking what's
you
happening
threw
with
a little
Mamouche.
shade about you didn't ask genuinely why Mamouche was bad. You knew why you were asking because
I'm just saying, well, if he got no
stepped up.
service, didn't you buy Mamouche to fucking send it to service to Haaland?
Yeah, and to be
What is
honest, he didn't have a great game. No, he didn't have a great game. I'll admit that he didn't have a great game at all.
One
But
hat trick, and you think he's
what
God
I
now?
was trying.
Listen, whoa.
What?
Stop being salty, lads. Come on.
I'm
not being
literally
salty. Just don't bring my
explaining the
club up
game.
when it's your segment.
Bro,
I'm
it's a
just
pod.
asking a
We're allowed to
question.
talk about any club. We're allowed to talk about any club. If I
Come
want to throw,
Yeah,
you
but
literally
why do
threw
you always
shade. I'm
got to
gonna throw
just
shade
compare
back.
it straight to my club? We're going
It's
shit.
not,
Yes.
it's just your club. I compare it to other clubs as well. It's not that.
No,
I
you
literally
didn't.
made
You
a
just go
comment
straight
about.
to mine.
I literally made a comment about how someone got eliminated out of Europe, quote unquote, and you know what I mean. So, what do you mean? I'm throwing shade at both clubs. Relax. So
I
calm
just said
down.
what's
It's not
happening
just
with
I'm
Mamouche is
attacking
doing
United.
something better than my striker. I know he is. I'm just asking
No.
what's happening.
Yeah, I know, and it's a little throwback. You know what I mean? Like, so just whatever.
I'm
But
not
at the
even
end of the day,
dissing him. I'm just saying what's happening.
Yeah, and and look again. Besides the banter, I agree with you. He didn't have a great game, and like besides that one great game against Newcastle, he hasn't really done anything to me. But again, it's only been a few games, so I'm not really pinning it on Marmoush. To be honest, it's more about just the whole squad in general all season has not been up to par.
What about Grealish
the likes of
drinking too
Phil
much?
Foden. What's that? Sorry.
I said Grealish drinking too much.
Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day,
He's getting called out at bars and stuff. Jeez.
Is he?
I mean, look, at the end of the
On the
day, he's
streets,
allowed to do
blood
what he
drunk.
wants on the weekend when, you know what I mean? He's a man, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
But
But look, when you're not winning, these things get highlighted. When you are winning,
100%
yeah, well, he was
100%
doing the same
but-
thing when we were winning trebles and shit. So, at the end of the day, Jack Grealish will always be Jack Grealish. It doesn't really matter. So
Yeah,
I don't know
no,
why
he's a
that's
funny
relevant to the game. You know what I mean? He wasn't even playing. You know what I mean? But look, at the end of the day, and that's the thing. Like the likes of those players not stepping up this season has been our downfall, and hence why we're fifth. You know what I mean? But look, at the end of the day, I'm not too stressed because like I've seen our run, and it's not the worst run. Like going towards the end of the season now, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Like at the end of the day, I know this is a joke, but like, look, we've got the cup, the FA Cup to think about, and then we just hopefully secure top 4. Like I've been saying all season, top 4 is the main one for us. We do have a difficult game coming up this week. We have Brighton at home, but I don't know. I feel a bit more confident. We have been playing better at home, but again, it's City this season. Sometimes you think they're going to play great, they're not. And then sometimes you think they're not going to play great, and then they end up having amazing games. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I didn't think we are going to beat Newcastle, and then Marmoush goes and scores a hat-trick. So, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. It's Brighton. They are a tough squad. They did beat us this season as well at their ground. So, you know what I mean? It's an easy fixture. But what if we can get over this hurdle, then, you know what I mean? Like I said, just focus on getting top 4 and then move on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, look, other than that, not much to add on besides, yeah, we're cooked again, as you can see on the underneath the title. But we will be back. We will be there. That's all I can say.
When?
Next season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't we? Bolster up again in summer. Good to
I
go.
know he's
Pep will get a new wife. You know what I mean? We're good.
I know he's bought a few players and
We're not allowed to buy a
too
few
well.
players. We've
No,
sold
I'm
a
not
lot.
saying. No. I'm just saying, like, who's to say that the batch of players he's going to buy are going to do better than the ones he's just bought? If he buys
100%.
another 4 players,
I
they need
100%.
to
I
make.
think
They
they just need
need to
more
have a
energy in
bigger
the midfield.
impact.
That's what it is.
Need to have a bigger impact. Even
So
in the
that
defense
can
part.
do
I
it.
feel like this
I don't know.
season
Do a
has
cutting
been a
pass.
learning curve.
What they
One at a
need,
time.
I don't know. I feel like they kind of need a new spine in a way. They need like.
Well, this is the
some
thing.
new
I feel
body.
like this is the thing. I feel like this season has been a learning curve for us because we went into a bit cocky thinking, oh, we don't like, you know, I mean, we can go into it like again with Rodri playing 55 games and, De Bruyne backing it up and Gundo back, we got cocky. And then we got rid of a few other players as well, like the Alvarez's and stuff. We got cocky, right? We didn't bolster up what we need to and didn't get, the certain replacement that we need to. And it bit us in the ass at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because look what happened. We at the start of the season we copped all these injuries, or not start, midway through, and then look, we didn't have we weren't ready for it. And then, like I said, it got to a point where it was too late to even try to save the season. You know what I mean? That's how bad it got. And I just feel like now the club are going to look at that and be like, well, I hope so. They look at it and be like, when this is never going to happen again. Like, for example, now that we've got backup for Rodri, you know what I mean? Now we need a backup, not even a backup, a replacement for De Bruyne, you know what I mean? So, look, at the end of the day, it's all about what happens in summer. And just I feel like, look, are we going to be back and challenging? 100%. Are we going to come back and win shit? I'm not sure yet, but we're definitely going to come back. I'm not even feel like we're going to have another season where we're going to do this again. You know what I mean? It's just not now, since the Arabs have came in, it's just not in their nature. You know what I mean? They want, our owners want to win. You know what I mean? They've always wanted to be like that. It's not even a funny thing. I'm being genuine like that. And that's great. I love that as a fan. I love that. They want to win as much as we want to win. You know what I mean? That's great. That's perfect. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's all about what happens during the summer. Again, like I've been saying to you this season, it's all about damage control. If we can get, again, I don't even know if it's top 5 anymore because certain clubs are out of the Europe. So again, we'll see if it's top 4, top 5. Either way, just make sure we get there. If we win the FA Cup, let's go. If we don't, hey, we had the same season as Arsenal did. That's all I can say. But yeah, look, it's not much I can add on with City besides bring on Brighton and we move. We move. Le move.
Le move. Oh, you're going
Le
there
move.
already, eh?
Yeah, I'll definitely go with it.
So, I'll kick off and I'll start.
Kick.
Liverpool.
I'll add in as well. Don't worry.
No. Liverpool PSG are out on penalties. And what can I really say? We didn't deserve to go through. Simple as.
If you don't have to say,
lucky
I don't
goal.
know what to say.
Lucky goal. In saying that, we had chances
Both
in the
ways?
game. It's not like what?
You've got a lucky goal, they got a lucky goal. Would you say?
Yeah, ours is a bit better, I think.
Yeah, but like
it
you know
was
what I mean.
like a scrappy. As I said, scrappy goal. I never said lucky. I said scrappy.
Okay.
So it's gets a scrappy goal. Anyways, look, yeah, fair. Obviously, yeah, they had plenty of chances in the first game. We had we had 3 chances inside 10 minutes or 15 minutes in this game. We could have been literally 2-0 up. Like Salah could have had 2 goals. And yeah, he didn't convert them. And against the run of play, they scored, which completely changed the game. If they didn't score then, I reckon we would have scored within the next 15 minutes the way we were playing. It just completely. I feel like we kind of felt then, oh shit, they've scored now. Like we had to sit a bit deeper now and be a bit more cautious, which kind of played into their hands. Because they're obviously a high pressing team. So when they were winning the ball back, it was in dangerous areas, not too far from our goal. So yeah, all in all, not the best performance I've seen. Definitely by far the best team we've played this year, without a shadow of a doubt, across any competition. Well, obviously we've been beat this year as well. I'm not saying we haven't, but we played this team twice in a short space of time, and twice they really showed up. Got a young team full of energy, play good football, have quality players. They're dangerous, man. They'll go far, definitely.
They're playing. All right, before we start the banter, they actually are playing like a team. You saw that, right?
Yeah,
like
man.
you saw when they were watching.
they're good.
Who was that midfielder?
And
The small guy with the
like-
headband. I forgot his name.
Vitinha.
Coutinho? Yeah, thank you, bro. He was bossing that midfield.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
Like, yeah,
He's a
little
beast,
guy
man.
as well. Not even big. You know what I mean? Like, just
if Klopp was in charge, he'd be buying him because
They've only really been starting clicking since they beat Hughes.
What that? Sorry.
Pardon?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Because they've been terrible
100%.
the whole first half of the season.
Bro, it's actually funny.
Obviously not in France. I mean, in like Europe.
Yeah, in Europe, 100%. Like, well, they aren't beaten in domestically, but yeah, no, 100%. Like, since that game,
beaten Hughes clicked them into gear.
Bro, well, that's the thing. Before that game, they had lost like 2 in a row or something, something like that. Like, they were like really stumping. You know what I mean? They were near us. You know what I mean? I think that we were.
These were both near each other.
Yeah, we were 24th. Like, it was like
very
close.
Whoever lost was getting like kicked out of the thing.
Yeah, and we did, and then we got kicked out, and then we had to win our last game to get back. Yeah, exactly. So, bro, they weren't great in like going into Europe as well. But no, look, they've stepped it up 100%. And fair play, like in those 2 legs, they played as a team. They're not the Real Madrid as we know.
That said, like they played better without Mbappe. And like with the ball and without.
Is his name Enrique?
Yeah, Luis Enrique. Yeah.
Luis Enrique.
It was the coach. Someone said it. They played better with and without the ball without.
I think that, bro. I think that owners hinted at that as well. Like he said, look,
they do though. They do play better because they're not bloody trying to feed him all the time.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but they have a team, bro. That guy's good.
Don't forget, you can't forget, they've brought in Crabber as well.
They did buy like 5 or 6 people, yeah. That Picola.
Yeah, but they got him for cheap. Anyone could have got him this season. They didn't get him for much.
Gonzalo Ramos, the Ramos guy, the Portuguese striker. They bought a lot of people when they got.
Yeah, but it was his wages. That's why other clubs weren't, because I think he was only on like maybe 40,000 or something at Napoli, and he's on over 200 now. But
they got that guy
player,
too.
Far out. That. He's good, bro. He's good, man. They got that Barcola as well, man. They've got a
even Dembele, like leading the line, like he was
in his false 9 role. Bro, in this false 9 role, he just drops, peels into that space, gets the ball, turns, and because he's right or left-footed, but he can just boom, or like it's either way, that curler in behind the defense, either side, and out.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
They're good.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that Barcola wasn't playing, was he? In that second leg. right? Because I didn't see him or hear
No, he
unless he
played.
was quiet. Are you sure?
No, he played. Yeah.
It must have been quiet because I was like, bro, because I'm pretty sure I was like, if he's playing, bro, these cunts would be tearing up right now. But I don't remember seeing him or hearing from, unless
No, you see,
maybe he came
it
from
was a more even game. That the longer the game went on, and they started, just even the subs they brought on, the subs we brought on, the subs just didn't have an impact this time. Darwizy came on and just, yeah.
Yeah, do you feel like look again, I'm not slandering Slot over here, like again, amazing season for his first season, whatever. But do you feel like he wasn't prepared for the two legs? Do you get what I mean? Like, especially like you said, those subs, like you said for me, like he's taken off probably your best penalty take, like Slobosly. You know what I mean? Like,
runs, but Slobosly just the amount
Yeah,
of
but Cole was
running and
playing.
stuff that he does,
He
man.
just had a shit game.
Yeah, the amount of running he does is.
yeah.
It's just look. And he made them same subs last week, and it changed the game. We scored. Brought earlier on.
Yeah, but like
Brought
again, that was a
Nunez on.
smash and grab. That was like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That could have went
that's
either
fine. Like-
way.
Well, how good PSG played 2 legs? They only scored 1 goal.
Yeah,
but
and it was lucky. And arguably, I didn't look. I
It
don't
was,
want to
yeah,
come
like
on
scrappy
here
goal.
saying controversy. It was scrappy, but in the build-up, Barcola, to me,
also Barcola was playing.
looks offside.
No, it
It
was
looks.
offside. I don't think so.
It looks the ball to Barcola.
Yeah, it looked pretty onside. Wasn't he on line? Didn't they draw the lines out?
No, never drawn no lines. No lines were drawn. Wasn't shown.
They
no
literally have that
VAR review at
automatic.
all.
They have that
Yeah,
automatic.
but they never did it, bro. To me, man. Sorry about the barking pug. To me,
Yeah, it's fine.
it looks offside.
But
whether
then
or
they
not
can
he
turn
was,
around
who
and
knows?
say, Kanate shouldn't be playing because he could have been sent off in that first leg. You know what I mean? So it's like a bit of if in there.
It wasn't even given as a free kick.
What's that? Sorry.
You want red? It wasn't even given as a free kick, and you want red card.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like there was controversy in that as well. You know what I mean? Apparently, your goal.
Yeah.
You know, like you
Our
know what I mean?
goal.
Like there was
Wasn't our goal.
not your goal, but there was controversy with an. I think there was an offside. Like they got there. Apparently, they were no their goal. They scored, and then it was
That first one was offside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
That's what I mean. Apparently, there was controversy there.
But look,
That's what I mean.
I will just say we didn't deserve to go through anyway, based on the 2 games.
Yeah, well, look, I have well, like I said, I have a few
based on
things to mention.
current form.
Like, so I feel like
reckon they'll
Salah
win.
didn't have the greatest games in those 2 legs. Like that's what I mean. Going back to they played like a team. Like that guy, who was it? That what's his name? The left back I was playing for PSG.
Mendes.
Bro had excellent game against Salah. Like literally, like
First game he did. First game he had. First game he completely sucked Salah out. Second game, Salah did get past him a few times. Salah did get opportunities to score, like I said. It was weird for the chances that Salah had for him not to score. 9 times out of 10, if you give Salah them 3 chances in the game that he had, he scores at least 2 of them.
Look, I'll give you this. There's that 30 minutes in the second half where like I was like, how hasn't anything got like? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like it would hit the post and then like punched it off the line. There was that 30-minute stint or 20-minute stint you had where I was like, all right, these cunts are surely going to score, and you did score, but it was offside, whatever, blah blah blah. That went. I feel like that was probably the most threatening you've looked over those 2 legs. You know what I mean? Like in my
pretty
opinion.
much, really. Yeah. They done well. They just they done similar tactic to what Atalanta done last year, where they just went man to man on the players, and I don't know, we kind of struggle with it a bit. Like we've got Gravenberg who can really turn, and then we've got Luis Diaz, but even Jota's been terrible lately. Garbage, terrible.
Yeah,
And
ain't
like
slotting at the moment, eh?
he's got a lot of he's got a bit more in the bank than Darwizi has in terms of
A
what
lot
he's
of people do.
provided. But he's just not performing either. I do feel like, at the end of the transfer, at the end of the season, we need to look at strengthening that area, definitely with one or two players. I do also think against a PSG-ish team, we kind of, man, if we had a player like Chris Wood, you can just launch the ball up to bang, he takes it down, throws off a defender, turns with the ball, lays it off. I feel like that's the way to get them type of teams that want to really press on you. Just to turn the ball over quick, skip the midfield, straight to the attack, get them on the turn. We just didn't. Jota couldn't do it. He kept getting muscled on him. Nunes just.
Hey, if we weren't so shit, that's how we were beating him. We were actually 2-0 up in our game when we were versing him. Because, like what you said, we were literally just feeding the ball to Haaland. He was bullying their back line. Goal. Goal. And then a penalty. And then they just turned. And, like, again, we've been like, and we shot ourselves in the foot again, blah, blah, what I said to you. They turned up to be fed to them. But again, like I said, like what you're saying, I reiterate what you're saying. If we like not played shit and actually like held our own, it could have been a different story, you know what I mean? But like, at the end of the day, look, fair play to them. They are playing like a team now. They aren't. It's not the PSG that we know, like we like have come to know over the years. You know what I mean? It's definitely a different PSG.
Confident in versing that PSG, to be honest. But anyway, look, at the end of the day, like I've said to a lot of Liverpool fans online this week.
Actually, I was going to ask you that before you move on. Thoughts on the Anfield crowd?
No,
they weren't really the famous Anfield crowd that over the years has come to like
in the first up until the goal. It was up until the final stages of the game. It was quite noisy. I don't know where you got. Did you watch it? Did you have good volume on? Because when I was listening to it,
I heard the PSG fans with the microphones and shit like that, but I didn't hear much of the.
This is no, I heard plenty of Liverpool fans, plenty of Liverpool chants, especially at the start. I just feel like I got a bit nervous in the stadium towards the end of the game, really.
No, you know what? Like, I'm not even trying to like banter you. I'm being dead ass serious. Look, we've both been through this. Us, so a lot of other teams. Anfield can be times where the 12th man sucks the ball into the net. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it can be. Look, we can be honest. That wasn't like that. Like, there was a lot of nervousness in that game. You know what I mean? Like, we have a chant that our City fans sing is what we call, "Is this the Etihad? Is this it?" And honestly, it felt like that sometimes. There was that nervousness. There was that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like it comes down to as well, because in the first game they fucking battered us, and every Liverpool fan would have watched that, and we've just gone. I have not seen a team do that to us this year. No single team has even done that to us for a full half of a game, let alone 90 minutes. Like, we were hanging on. We were like prime fucking Arteta. Even worse. Like, we were full on Moyes dice ball. It was terrible.
We are you talking about the smash and grab win? Are you talking about like we were talking about this, me and Sol, right? And we were saying like those type of wins, they're the most stressful, but they're the most, like, you feel the best. Like when you feel like
they do,
nothing's
but
happening.
At the same time, when you they're not when you know you've got to play them next week. Because you're like, fuck, I'm gonna play them again now.
They want their revenge.
That's what was playing on a lot of people's minds. And had we got the first goal,
actually, we didn't even think of that, eh?
Had we got the first goal, stadium would have lit up, and it would have been like mad. You know what I mean? The ball would have got sucked into the net, and we would have ran away with it. But because they got the first goal, and it got nervous, and you could see that when we pushed forward, they hit us on the counter. It's nervous, and I feel like they're also watching it nervous. Oh fuck! So,
but you know what? Fair play to their away fans.
I'll be the first to. I'll be the first to admit, Anfield's not always a cauldron. Nowhere near. Sometimes it is a bit of a library, but majority of the time it does rise to the occasion. that we need it for. And
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not even like
But
trying to be
yeah.
like, I was like, at the start I was bantering you, but like, I'm not even trying to be like, I've seen it, I've felt it, I've watched it multiple times where I've like the times, the seasons where like when you've been shit and I've been like, we've been good, like really good, whatever. And I'm like cleaning them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the most confident I've ever been. And we go there and you do it. You do the suck the net thing, whatever. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, it's and I, like, you hate to admit it, right? But it's happened and you see it. And I didn't like feel it. I didn't see that in the, again, look, don't get me wrong. Like, there was atmosphere there, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And like both set of fans were making it when it needed to be. But like, it just wasn't like the one that I know of, especially in those European nights that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And as well, I feel like as well, because Anfield's got
that stigma that being like that, you know what I mean?
Of being a loud stadium, that obviously people pay more attention to when there's not like a deafening amount of noise. They're like, oh, listen, it's quiet. Whereas if you listen to most other teams, a lot of them are doing that constantly, for a lot more time frame. But also on the flip side, you've got the away fans who go,
fair play to them, bro. They were going
they're
off,
more G'd up because they're like, what they think this place is, rah rah rah. So when they they show up with an extra 20% when it's at Anfield. But yeah, fair play to them. They deserve it.
To be fair, the European teams always show up, and when they I feel like they come to English teams to like you said, they do that to put it on us sort of thing. Like, it's like, look at our atmosphere, look at our ultras, way better than yours. Like, you know what I mean? Apparently, I read something. Apparently, these PSV fans went around like watching like League One, League Two games, like creating atmospheres and shit. And like all the English fans were like confused, like, what are these cunts doing? And like apparently online, like all the like the European fans were like, we're literally creating like atmosphere in your games. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you cunts? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but look, at the end of the day, like, I don't mind it. I think it like it's something nice to see, when especially in those European nights when you see like a random team from freaking Switzerland and they've got tifos in your away end and shit, and you're like, how'd you even get that in there? You know, you know what I mean? Like, how did you even organize this? Like, fair play to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, couldn't get like 50 English blokes to organize a bus trip, let alone, you know what I mean? A tifo at an away end. But yeah, no, look, fair play to them. I was surprised by the result. I'm not gonna lie. I did think yous were gonna go through. I think we even said it last week when we were talking. Me and Sol were talking about it, especially when you've got that smash and grab. I was like, when I first thought, I was like,
well,
bro,
I
thought that was going to give you that boost. You know what I mean?
This is why you would have been so confident. So it's the first time in Liverpool's Champions League history that we have won the away leg and then lost at Anfield and gone out.
Oh wow, really? Okay. To be honest, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I didn't think of that. I just, like I said, I thought, bro, you've got the smash and grab and at the away end. I mean, at the away game. So now it's like it's shored up at home. You know what I mean?
I didn't envision, like, I just was like, we'll score for sure. I thought, like, Salah was going to play well. I even thought for some reason, I was like, nah, Jota's going to pop up this game. He can't. He's been on a barren spell. He's just going to pop up with something in a clutch moment.
I didn't see what happened. I didn't see what happened with Trent, but what happened with Trent? Just quickly before we move on.
So, little injury. I think it's to his ankle. And that was a big factor too in the second half when he went off. We lost a lot of control in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, good question. Is he
missing the final? Yeah.
Ooh. Well, they're missing Gordon, and you're missing Arnold, so it doesn't really matter.
Missing Connor Bradley as well.
Who?
Liverpool as well. So they'll probably put Joel Kwanzaa in. Which again,
what about Joe Gomez? He's been in there a couple of times.
He's injured.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
He's been injured for ages.
Okay, yeah, that's all right.
And that's what I mean. Like, other teams, going about injuries and stuff. We've got injuries, but we don't parade it to the world.
Hey, it's not other teams. I know what team's doing it to. It's the one that's in South London. I know exactly who was saying it. Trust me. Hey.
So yeah, but I think Kwanzaa there on the flip side of all right, he doesn't offer what Trent does going forward. Obviously, bit more solid defensively. So
Well, I was going to say thoughts on the game. Do you think he's
against
gonna pull it up? Yeah. Do you reckon
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
get your
well,
first
yeah,
silverware for a slot?
Yeah, we're gonna pull up for sure.
Hmm.
100%.
Are you
Yeah.
confident? Like, it's like, oh, we need to bounce back from this.
No, I am confident. 100%. Yeah, I'm very confident. I think.
Yeah.
I think the boys are going to be G'd up to not let two things slip out of their hands within a week. Even though, like I say, I think a little bit of the distracting factor in the Champions League was the fact that Arsenal slipped off again. So, I feel like this week's really been the first week that I was like that most Liverpool fans confidently, without going, I hope I don't eat my words on this, we can say we're going to win the Premier League. So that's the golden apple for this club.
Get to the famous.
Even
2-0, huh?
when I lost against Paris, man, I was like, oh, fuck, spewing.
Mm.
And then I was like, I'm really not that, I'm not as upset as I normally would be. And obviously it's because, and that's probably, that was probably, that couple of percent of hunger that was lacking for maybe a few players played a role in that PSG game as well. But Newcastle, I just don't feel like, I don't feel like that'll be the case this week with Newcastle though. I hope anyway. We are.
They're good. Well, they're definitely going to turn up. They're definitely going to try to turn up for sure. Because, Newcastle.
They're going to try. They're 100%. They're going to try. And the fans are going to be there. And they're going to turn up for sure. But I just feel like so are we. And I feel like if both teams show up to their potential, we'll get the better of them. Obviously, missing Gordon.
In the league,
Gordon's a massive loss. If they had Gordon, I'd be a bit more scared, 100%, because as good as Isaac is, Gordon also provides the other threat that you're worried about. So,
that's the link-up play between them two.
Yeah.
With Gordon now gone and Kwanzaa now in, you can confidently say, Kwanzaa, that wing is yours. Kanate, Van Dijk on Isaac. If them two marshal him, they'll be as good as he is. If you've got them two centre-backs on you, they're probably going to shut you out.
Yeah, no. Look.
Whereas when you've got Gordon and when you've got Trent there, obviously, he skips past Trent almost every single time, and then Kanate has to engage him. Then Isaac's left in a one-on-one with Van Dijk, and if he makes the run too quick, if he's got the ball and he's running at Van Dijk, I'd be confident, but he doesn't get in behind. And he did that earlier this season and scored an absolute rocket. So definitely one to watch. Newcastle.
Yeah, they definitely got a chance. Everyone's got a chance. Look at Wigan.
Yeah, Wigan. Wigan, Birmingham.
But I feel like he's probably going to win. Newcastle will turn up.
Why are you bringing my club into it, bro? Oh, why are you bringing my club
because I just have to bring it back to you.
Why are you bring... That's how you sound sometimes, by the way.
No, it wasn't how I sound. It's how you sound.
Every time someone brings up a club, it's like,
I was yelling. I was
attacking my club.
That just sounds like an idiot.
Yeah, and I replied back, and it wasn't not about. Can I not reply?
Let's stop being so hurt about it.
Huh?
I'm
just bantering. I'm just bantering. Am I not allowed to banter back?
Everything. Yeah.
It wasn't the banter back. I wasn't even bantering. You decided it.
Anyways, look.
Exactly. That's the whole point of the show, bantering, right?
Shut up. You just spoken.
No, you always have time.
So
it's been your time all season. Get out of here.
Just think we'll win. Salah with a penalty.
Penalties. Do you reckon we'll go to penalties, or do you reckon you'll win it in extra time, normal time? Like, what do you reckon? Like, is it gonna go? Actually, let's put our predictions in. Actually, might as well do that now for that game.
How are we gonna do this?
So we'll add this game onto the obviously because you're not playing this week.
Who wins? Are we just gonna do?
Obviously we'll pick the wins. That'll be 1 point, and then I guess if we get the stipulation or whatever happens, like
I reckon. This is how I reckon we do it. you can pick either Liverpool to win or Newcastle to win, and if you get the score, and if you get that thing correct, then you get your 2 points or you get your 1 point as standard.
Okay, yeah.
If you want to take a gamble, right?
I gander in
And-
some
and-
gambling. Yes.
you can go the other side, which is Liverpool to win in normal time, Liverpool to win in extra, extra time, and then bang. And then if you want to put a score on it and you get the score correct as well, it's 4 points for the normal one and 5 points for the score correct. But
What about penalties?
if
What if it
you
goes to
don't get
penalties?
it,
Like, you obviously can't guess penalties.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Obviously, you don't
All
put it
right,
on penalties. It's just
I-
Liverpool win on
Why can't we say
penalties.
Liverpool penalty win? Nah.
Yeah, so you can get 4. Yeah, okay. I like that. All right, let's do it. All right, well, I guess you're first. So who have you got?
Me,
Yeah, well, I mean, you're the.
I
whoever,
got Liverpool to win in normal time 2-1.
2-2. Extra time. Goes to penalty. Liverpool win on penalty.
Liverpool win on penalties. That's the total. If
think-
he gets Liverpool win on penalties, it's 4 points. 4 points.
Yeah.
For me.
I'm going
Newcastle 1-0. Let's go.
What, normal time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice. Well, we got 2 Liverpools, 1 Newcastle.
I'd be very shocked if we didn't score a goal for 2 games. Hold 180 minutes of football. It'd be a weird one.
The scenes. If that does happen.
All
All right. Well, look, we'll do the main predictions in the chat, so make sure you check that out. But yeah, look, lads, it's been a good episode as always. Good to have the 3 lads here as always. Hopefully we can keep maintaining this.
Oh, we're not
Some of
gonna
us are
do
getting
normal.
upgrades. What's that? Sorry,
We're not going to do the predictions.
I we'll
Just
do
do
it
it
on
in the chat.
in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, no, like I said, it's been a good episode. Like I said, some of us are getting upgrades. So we will be we'll be trying to do this more regularly, more content coming out as well. Like I've been saying. But yeah, check us out. We've got a Twitch channel as well now, so come check that out. We do mainly gaming stuff, but we'll try to post more on there as well. But like I said, thank you again for watching. Like and subscribe. Helps us go a long way. In the meantime, I've been your host, Does Your Most, joined by my 2 co-hosts, Joey 6-time Red Devil Soul.
Yes.
Until next time, homies.
Vamos.
Peace in the Middle East. Peace in the Middle
Later.
East.